but this is very, very hard. Please, guys, please give the stream a like. I think today we deserve all the likes in the world because this is not going to be an easy thing for me to do. If you want to keep supporting our channel, giving our videos and our live streams something as simple as a like is a big help. It shows your appreciation, it shows your support, it's free to do, and it's really, really simple. Please be kind. Oreo has cancer. He has cancer. He has a huge mass in his abdomen, and that's why he's sick. And it's not a cancer that can be removed, and it's not a cancer that's gonna go away. It's a cancer that's gonna take him away from me. I spent another $800, almost $900 today for the ultrasound and some more blood tests. So I've spent $1,000 a week, over $1,000 a week since this whole thing started. Thank you to everybody who has helped with stickers or stars or PayPals or things like that. I appreciate it. There's a lot of comments right now, and I can't answer all of them. But he has cancer. I don't even know if the stickers are working today because I don't see any, so I have no idea if they're even on or if I forgot to turn them on or whatever. I might have forgotten to do something properly when I started up the stream. But so that's what it is. Lee, thank you for the sticker. Okay, so they are working. I thought maybe I didn't turn the monetization on. I just like went really fast and I didn't look at what I was doing. Amber, thank you, and Patty, thank you. So Kimberly, thank you. So it's most probably a lymphoma, and it's in his intestines. It's in his stomach. So, our lymphome gastro-intestinal. Thank you, Suzanne. I'm not sure how to translate that into English. We spoke French the whole time. Thank you, Ann Jordan and Amber and Wise Tomato Fruit and Sophia and Ann Mix. So, the lymphoma is most common among cats his age, and for what was seen in the ultrasound, it's the most common diagnosis. Of course, in order to find out exactly, we would have to go into oncology, where they would do a biopsy, which means they would take a piece of it and they would test it to see what it is. Regardless of what it is, it's a very aggressive cancer that grows very quickly. So Oreo does not have much time left. Jennifer Russell, thank you for the sticker. And Jen, thank you for the sticker. And Faith, thank you for the sticker. There are two things that we can do. We can give him cortisone, which, Robin Wilson, this is the 100% truth. Okay, so you guys are just gonna have to deal with it. I've had to deal with it today. This is what it is, and I'm sorry to have to tell everybody this, but this is what it is, and there's no changing it. It is what it is, and I have to accept it, so you guys have to accept it too. It's very hard for me. So there's two things that we can do. One is we can keep him comfortable, because we're talking about a matter of weeks, maybe months. Months in the good sense and weeks in the worst sense. We can give him a cortisone, which will keep him comfortable for the remainder of his time. And we can keep him at home, and we can do our best to keep him happy. Or we can do chemotherapy, which would maybe stunt the growth of the mass. We don't know how he would respond to it. And if it were to just stunt the growth of the mass, he would have maximum 2 years at best. But those 2 years would be spent in and out of the vet, doing chemotherapy, getting blood tests every few weeks, in and out of the hospital, possibly having to stay at the hospital for a long period of time. So now I have to make a decision. And I know that some people are going to say one thing and some people are going to say another thing. But I have to make the decision that's best for him, because I don't want to see him suffer. I don't want to put him through his little body through something for 2 years just to stretch out his life. For me, it's very selfish. I can't do that to him. I love him too much. I don't want him to suffer. I don't want him to suffer like I've seen some other cats suffer. Because I know this is not a cancer that's going to go away. It's a cancer that's going to get worse. So I need to take some time and think about this. And very honestly, I don't think Oreo would want to go through all of that. I don't think he would want to spend the next 2 years in and out of vets' offices every week, 2 weeks, month, whatever, having to stay there, and tubes here and there and surgeries and all kinds of things. I don't think he would appreciate it, and I don't think he would want to do it. I know how he is at the vet, and even the vet said today, she said it's very, very, very hard for both the animal and the owner. She went through it and, you know, didn't make it the full way. She said it's very difficult. And with a cat like Oreo, it's going to be even harder because of how he is. So this is officially the worst year of my life. I'm gonna lose my son. No matter what I do, I'm gonna lose him. So I'm begging you to please be respectful of whatever decision I decide to make, because whatever decision I decide to make is going to be in his best interest. So I don't want to see any negative comments about any decisions that I decide to make, because he's my cat, he's my son, and I know what's best for him. And please, I beg of you not to start sending me all kinds of messages and emails with other types of diagnosis and things to try and all this stuff, because I don't want to see it right now. I don't want to read it right now. It's very difficult, and I just need to breathe. I appreciate everyone's support. I appreciate everyone's help with all of the bills. If we go to do the chemotherapy, it's going to cost the price of a car by the time it's over. My father said he would help me if I decide to do that, which is very nice of him, but I don't think it's anybody's responsibility to help me with that if it's my decision. So that's what it is. That's why he's been sick. That's why he's been sick. But he's not going to get better. He's not going to get better. Stephen, yeah, I spoke to my dad on the phone. My grandfather had lymphoma. And my father, I mean, we all remember how difficult it was for him as a human. And near the end of it, my grandfather told my dad that he wishes he had never done all the chemotherapy, because it was so hard and so painful. So like, if it's that painful for a person, imagine how hard it's going to be for an animal. The size of the mass is huge. It's huge. It's a really big mass. So he pooped today. he did a really, really big poo. So when I brought him in, I told her, I said, he did a really, really big poo. And she said, okay, that's good. So she palpated him and she said, he did a really big poo, but I feel something in his abdomen. She said, it feels like poo, but I'm not sure. So, and she said there was nothing in the x-ray the other day. So she's like, I'm going to do a quick ultrasound. So when she did the ultrasound, she came back and she said, well, you know, it's not poo. And we could, the mass is huge. It's this big, huge black thing in the middle of the ultrasound. And she said, it's not something that you can see in an x-ray. You need to do the ultrasound to see it. Because of where it's placed, you won't see it in the x-ray. So that's why nobody else found it, because he had gone in for constipation. So he already had poo in his system. So when they were palpating him, they thought that it was poo. But since he went today and his colon was empty, she decided to check a little further. So you did, Faith. And what did you decide? I'm sure I already know what your decision was. Yeah. So things are going to change very rapidly. I don't know what's gonna happen afterwards. I don't want to think about it right now. I don't know if I'll be able to continue afterwards. I'll have to see how I feel. But things are going to change very quickly. Thank you for all the stickers, everybody. I appreciate it. I'm sorry about your cat, Olivia. I have to tell Versa. I gotta call him and tell him. Que passe-t-il? Pussycat Oreo a le cancer. C'est pour ça qu'il est malade. Il n'y aura pas beaucoup de temps d'ici à vivre. So for today, they gave him another shot of anti-nausea medication, and they gave me an appetite stimulant. And you told Versa. Okay, thank you, Faith. I know, Dave, I'm sorry about some of the comments, you guys. No, they cannot remove the mass, as I've already said. It's not the type of mass that can be entirely removed. A portion of it can be removed, but it's gonna come back. It's not the type of cancer that they can just like go in and take it out and throw it away, and it's a very aggressive cancer. So even if they try to remove some of it, it's always gonna come back. So it's not something that they can just do a surgery for. If it was, then I would have gone to the ER tonight and have them do a surgery type thing. But it's not the type of cancer that you can just pull out and it's gone. So, your dog had the same cancer 3 years ago. Thank you, Amber. I just don't want him to suffer. I really don't. I want him to have the best time he can possibly have that he has left. I want him to eat whatever he wants and do whatever he wants and feel very loved. I don't want him to suffer. Right, Oreo? Do you want to try eating a treat? You should probably eat one now because you had that anti-nausea stuff. I'm sure you'll probably eat it. Hey? Here. Here. Pudding, you want one too? And I think that Pudding and Onyx knew that there was something really wrong just by the way they've been like sniffing at him and different things. I think they both knew probably a while ago that there was something not okay with him. I have a terrible headache. Here, I got another one for you, baby boy. Here, okay? Let him have his crunchies, please. Here you go. Thank you for the stickers, everybody. I appreciate it. Did you get it? Here. So, I mean, I asked the vet every single question that I could ask and more. She was in the room with me for like over an hour. She was really thorough. She was really nice. She didn't have to spend that much time with me. And she said, it was a different vet this time again, so it was not the same one as the last 2 times. It was a different one for emergencies. And she said to call her if I have any other questions. I have to call her tomorrow to tell her what my decision is, because if we decide to go with the cortisone, we have to start it right away. And if we decide to go oncology, then we have to head into Montreal like tomorrow. And that's a whole other different ball game, because then I have to leave them alone, and I still have the yarn situation going on with Pudding. I don't have anybody to come here and watch them. I can't bring him with me into Montreal and keep him in a cage all day at the vet. So yeah. So I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry for the bad news. I'm sorry that this happened. And I even asked her, like, was it stuff that he was eating? Was it something that I did? Was it? And she's like, no, it's just, it's in his body. And at some point there's a certain cell that says, you know, oh, okay, it's something that was there already. So it's not caused by anything. It's just something that was there. And once it starts, it grows very, very fast. So it's a very aggressive cancer. So she said it could have started like a month ago, and like I said, the size is huge already. So, you know. He can eat whatever he wants. He can eat whatever he wants. Whatever he wants, he can have it. Thank you, Pudding. Thank you. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Thanks. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. So I think I'm gonna get off now. I'm gonna have to go and tell everybody on Facebook too. I don't know if I can do it today. No, Philip, as I said, they know what they're talking about. It's not a cancer that can be removed. If it was, she would have told me that it was. She would have said, he can go into surgery. It's not a cancer that can be removed. I can go have 100 ultrasounds, and they're all going to tell me the same thing. So yeah, so I'm gonna head off of YouTube now, and I guess I'll go tell everybody on Facebook, and then I think I'm gonna go to bed. So thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. And we'll talk to you next time. And whatever I decide, I will do my best to document everything for the remainder of the time that he's here. Maybe it'll help somebody else. So good night, everybody. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Bye-bye.